Hi, my name is Michelle and welcome to my kitchen. I'm here today with a private client to go over a healthy no-bake recipe that has few simple ingredients. And welcome in. Thank you for coming. Oh, thank you. I'm doing well. How are you? Fantastic. Have you ever heard of chia seed pudding? Okay, great. Well, we're going to go over this recipe step by step, and it just takes a few simple ingredients. So I have all of my ingredients laid out in front of me, and the first thing we're going to work with is a 3/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. You can find this in your grocery section in the near the dairy aisle, and so it's just an unsweetened almond milk, just original. So let's see, that's that step. And then the next thing I'm going to add is a little bit more liquid. So what I did here is this is 3/4 cup of coconut. It's the cream from a can of coconut cream. And so I'm going to add that. Oh, a good question. So the question is, how do you get the cream out of a can of coconut cream, and what does that process look like? So I've done this here. I've taken this can of coconut cream, just coconut cream, and then I've tapped a hole in the top of it, and I dumped it upside down into this cup to get the liquid out of it. So now what I'm going to do with the rest of this is store this, and at a pretty soon date I'm going to whip it up, and it makes a wonderful topping. You can create a variety of desserts out of coconut whipped cream. Very simple to do. So I'm going to set that aside for another recipe. But there you have it. So now in this bowl I have almond milk and then the milk from coconut cream. And then the main ingredient here, I would believe this is the main ingredient. Also my healthiest, most nutritional ingredient is a 1/3 cup of chia seeds. And I want it pretty liberal on that cup. And I just know this recipe, so I'm going to add about another heaping tablespoon in there. So I have about a 1/3 cup. And don't worry, we're going to write this recipe down. You'll have it in no time. Any other questions so far? Okay, great. So, yes, you got your notepad and pen there. That's fantastic. So this is just a little bit of salt, and this is how I just want to add a pinch of salt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the salt container, and what comes off of the top is just like a little bit. So it looks like this much. Like it's just a dusting. I put that in. It's just to enhance the flavor. I'm not trying to salt this recipe. If you could absolutely eliminate the salt if you're on a low sodium diet. Whoops, I'm just watching your sodium intake. And then I have vanilla. So the vanilla, I'm going to measure out 2 teaspoons. 1 and 2. And then while I have my teaspoons out, I'm going to reach in for maple syrup. The maple syrup is in there just to give it a little bit of sweetness so it doesn't taste too bitter. So you can, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Okay. Great, so there we have it. Pretty simple 5 ingredients. And I have a whisk here. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna break up the chia seeds until it becomes this well, even mixed liquid. The one thing about chia seeds, they're such a healthy ingredient. They're full of protein, fiber, and potassium. You're getting a lot of nutrient density out of that one ingredient. So here we have it. So we have a nice, well, evenly mixed mixture. So this is going to take 1 to 2 hours in the fridge. Yes, so it needs to be covered with plastic wrap, and then you're going to keep it in the fridge. That's my client asking the question about what to do with this. So we're going to cover this with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge. And then we're going to build a parfait. So I'll go ahead and grab what I already have made. Okay, so here we go. So here's something this is another batch of chia seed pudding that I had done earlier, and it's got a good solid hour, if not 2, on here. And you can see how it's coagulated and gotten thick. This is the right consistency for your chia seed pudding. So then I'm going to just use my cup here. I'm going to layer it. Put some in there just like that. And I've got some fresh raspberries here. I'm just going to drop some raspberries in there. You know, the sky's the limit. You could use any berry with this. Honestly, if I had some chocolate chips lying around, I'd be adding those too. You could add walnuts or almonds. And there you have it. Chia seed raspberry pudding parfait. Healthy and delicious. And so, do you have any questions about anything that we did today? Yes, the recipe I'll write down and have it emailed to you. How does that sound? Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here today, and look forward to my next recipe. Have a great day. Thank you.